How many spoilers are in this video?
A lot.
Yoink! It's up to something! That's my balloon! Ah!
Alright, today, we are going to see who can fit the most shit on the screen in the next Monster Hunter game. Suzuki, you are up first. Bravo, bravo. Ichinose, your turn. Hold my beer. How about do this? Sugoi, sugoi. I like it a lot. Let's see how nauseous this will make all the new players looking to play Monster Hunter Rise. I'm happy to say that this game advocates for a diverse community. You fight big monsters, small monsters, skinny monsters, and scary monsters. Monster Hunter World was my first Monster Hunter game. I played it for 3 hours, and I lost a million brain cells just looking at the menus and tutorials. I died multiple times trying to kill the fat yellow lizard, and I said f this game and I burned it. I watched the trailer for Rise and saw that you can ride a dog, doggy style. It lubricated my interest again for this franchise, and I played through the game for maybe 20 hours.
Those are rookie numbers.
And decreased the monster population by half. Take the world of Jurassic Park and anime and ancient Japan, smush them together in a toilet bowl and flesh it down. You get the world of Monster Hunter. Learn how to hunt by stabbing, piercing, gashing through every mammal, reptile, bird, amphibian, and bisexual creature. Take a ride on your doggo through areas of Australia and collect materials to create food and drugs that you and your buddies can consume. Once you finish collecting your insects, confront the monster and it screams like a VTuber. One thing that turned me away from World was the slower paced combat. Monster Hunter Rise has enticed me to reconsider that opinion of mine. With the introduction of the cockroach wire, you can pull off movement like never before. It gives you increased mobility and turns you into Chris Angel to defy gravity, enabling you to walk up walls. Since this is the first Monster Hunter game I actually invested time into, almost every monster greeted me like I was the new guy at a workplace. Early monsters were a complete joke, but the later monsters will turn you into spaghetti and wipe the floor with your brain matter. Each monster has their own set of attacks. Some will bite, some will swipe, and some will snipe. So make sure to do what I did and panic roll like a Dark Souls character, and use your cockroach wire to perform gymnastics and jump around like a maniac. In conjunction with a bug wire, you'll be using switch skills to execute special attacks. The downside is some of these attacks take about 1,000,000 years to charge up, but if you're successful in pulling it off, it does big boy damage. Lastly, you are limited by a cooldown for each skill you use. Thank God for these things because your character moves like a rock when your weapon is drawn. You can dodge mid-switch and use the Uno reverse card to counter an attack. Make the best out of the end of each hunt by carving out the intestines of each species to forge brand new drip for your character. It wouldn't be a Monster Hunter game without the redonkulous amount of weapons and armor you can craft out of the organs of the monsters you defeat. If PETA or PETA or whatever existed in this game, they would shit their pants. They would advocate to protect the monsters from abuse, and then a Rathalos would come flying down and demolish their headquarters. So always remember that monsters are food and not friends.
There's an endangered species right there.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Before every hunt, you can eat jawbreakers and order takeout food from Cat Cafe. So if you're a furry,
Hey everyone.
this is gonna be a safe haven from all the nightmares you have. Hey, main character guy, can you help me? My sister, she's possessed by Godzilla or Gojira or whatever. What kind of rewards do I get?
You can draw me like one of your French girls, Jack.
Tight, yeah!
Let's kill some monsters. Now you might be asking, what is the story? You wake up in a brothel and are greeted by your waifus to save the world from Godzilla and his relatives, trying to take the top spot of the food chain. And that's basically it. The bulk of the game is just hunting monsters to harm their ecosystems to recreate limbs into a t-shirt. Think of it as a live service game, without over monetization. For the most part. If you have the Sunbreak expansion, you can have a hot female knight companion to accompany you on hunts. Or if you swing the other way, a hot male knight companion. But let's be realistic, this is a game made from Japan, so it's all about the waifus. You can also go to the Bahamas, where you can damage all new ecosystems and fight COVID monsters. Since most of this footage consists of Sunbreak already, I'm not going into the nitty-gritty. The only thing you have to know is that it's Mo Monster Hunter, Mo content. If you use a potato for a PC, not to worry, the graphics were made to accommodate the Nintendo Switch. If your system can't even run that, then proceed to throw it in the bin. Or if you never had one, continue dreaming that you do have one. This game has issues. When starting the game, you will be bombarded with overwhelming tutorial messages and messy menus. I'm not a fan of the HUDs on HUDs on HUDs style. It's like the devs were having a contest to see who can litter the screen the most. For the love of God, at least clean up the menus for the next game. Because the true final boss of any game is the camera, meaning you'll be fighting the monster and the camera. If you happen to get bulldozed into a corner, the camera will work against you until you roll out into an open area. I've seen worse monetization, but why the f is there so much paid DLC? How much money does Capcom need to suck to get their nut? You want me to pay $3 for a mood disorder?
Go f yourself.
In Rise, you can become a god, where enemies will not be able to hit you. There's a lot of fun to be had, and the game truly starts after the credits roll, where you can grind a staggering amount of endgame content to improve your arsenal and fashion. But if that isn't your cup of tea and never was before, then this is not going to change your mind.